This is a movie about realizing cure, and I know that very few people will ever watch this or even listen to the first bit of it. So that's one reason I put it on the report cure pages, because those of you who report your cures are responsible people, and everybody needs to see this movie. Because the reason they don't cure things is that they don't realize their cure. I mean, they don't realize cure. They don't know, they don't have the knack for realizing cure. They don't know what is entailed in realizing cure. Even though they're given the instructions, they follow them, it works, they feel better, and then they stop. They space, they forget, or they hit you know, they're better but then worse, and they don't understand what's happening to them. They don't know what it is to make cure real for themselves, because they don't realize that you realize cure for everybody. You realize it for yourself, and you realize it for other people too. It's a simultaneous thing. It can't be separated. And so
someone who is not realizing cures, that just sounds like something you say, and then they think about it and they argue with it, or they come from their experience and they have no experience of curing. So they don't know it's coming from the same place. They say, oh, you just made that up. I don't believe it. And no, you don't believe it because you don't have any experience with that.
this is why people have to report their cures. Because when people don't report their cures, they don't tend to continue curing things. That's why we started getting numbers in the cure drive. We realized that they discount their cures. Like, could I play a role with you?
Sure.
Okay. I want you to be me, your buyer.
Okay.
And I'm going to be somebody in your meeting. So you just start asking me about reporting my cures, and I'll interact with you, okay?
Okay. So I'm just starting. Okay. So you had some cures.
Well, I felt way better. You know, last week I had changes, and some of my symptoms disappeared too.
Great. Did you report them?
No, I'm really not. I'm not sure that I've actually cured anything yet.
Well, you did cure something, yes? You said you did. And
I don't. It seemed that way, and it felt that way. But you know, I just don't want to mislead anybody. You know, by reporting my cure, and they'll think that I did when maybe I didn't. I'm not. You know, I'm not. I want to do the right thing here. You know.
Well, you did. You just did mislead somebody in a reverse way. I don't know if you can get that, but you cured something and then talked yourself out of it, and you questioned it because you didn't report it, you didn't realize it, didn't make it real.
Well, I have my doubt. You know, that's it. I have my doubts that it actually happened. I'm not totally sure that it happened.
That's right. That's right. We all have doubts. So that's why you have to come to the meeting every week, and you talk to other people. You make that realizing cure real in your life all the time.
Well, I want to play a role with you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to be Kate, who asked you for coaching.
Okay.
I'm going to be you, answering Kate.
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Here we go. This is Kate. You're Kate, and we made a telephone appointment just to get things squared away. So you're calling me.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, it's me, Kate.
Kate. Okay. Hey. I'm glad to meet you finally. You know, Bayer tried to introduce us. Remember?
Yeah. I didn't quite make it, but yeah, I'm glad to finally meet you.
You were running off to something else.
Yeah.
So can you do coaching? Are you ready for it?
I think I am, yes.
You're ready and able. You think you can really do it?
Yes. You think I am?
I've watched your movies, and you look like you're curing things. How far have you come with curing Lyme disease?
Well, I'd say I made a lot of headway. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't say I'm totally cured, but I have much better energy and so forth. All my symptoms are gone.
Okay. So all your Lyme disease symptoms are gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to first, let's just test, do I have Lyme disease? Just test that and see what you get.
I got a leak, yes. Like I have it in a couple bodies.
Okay, so it's there, and I guess you're going to remove it. What I really called you about is just to tell you a couple things and make an appointment. Okay? So the way we start is, first of all, coaching is $5,400. It's for 2 months.
Okay.
And I usually start with a consultation that's $100.
Okay.
You know, so at the consultation will consist of watching a movie about coaching, and you know, so you learn about it, and then meeting with me. And I'll also be assigning several other movies of other people, which you may have already seen or may not have. And so that will sort of get you into a mind frame to make a decision about actually coaching, which you would make at that meeting. So we're not going to decide about that right now, okay?
Okay.
So do you want to make an appointment with me for the $100 consultation?
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
Okay. All right, so how about next Thursday at 10 a.m.?
Okay.
Okay. That's when I can fit you in. Okay, now, I got to tell you that there is no fee for coaching. What it is when people want coaching, they donate $5,400 and we offer coaching.
Okay, I understand.
So what I'm really saying here is that we tend to coach people more who donate more to the ministry. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So the more people donate, the more we offer. But we coach everybody. I mean, I've coached people plenty of people for free. And I stop in the street and talk to people and I coach them, you know, in some way or other, some minor way.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying here is that you get what you pay for.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you know, coaching in a way is like reporting your cures in the poll. That reporting your cures in the poll realizes your cures, and so does coaching. And so does donating. Like, have you been donating regularly to the ministry and, you know, the one that you signed up for with...
I get my password and everything renewed.
Yeah, that's a donation. Do you ever donate beyond that? Anything beyond that?
No, I haven't. No, yet. Not yet.
So this will be your first time of donating, you know, a more substantial sum, and that's good. Congratulations. Okay, that's great. But what I want you to know also is that we're probably going to set up a whole string of appointments for coaching and, you know, all that stuff that we do when we coach. And you have to understand that either of us can just cancel all that anytime we want.
Okay.
You're not a prisoner in coaching, and I'm not a prisoner with you. So if, you know, it doesn't look like it's going that well, I may just have to say, okay, let's just stop.
Okay.
See, so coaching is about you performing, not me. I'm the coach.
Okay.
See, I don't perform. You're the one who, you know, who does the stuff. Am I making any sense to you?
Yeah, I'm getting something out of this.
Have you played a sport or, you know, had a coach ever before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, me too. You know, I put myself through college, at least partially, by giving tennis lessons. Or tennis coaching is what I am, you know, Bayard says I drive him crazy when I coach him at tennis. So, He's not a very good tennis player, I'll have to say. Okay, so also there are other requirements for being in coaching where we actually are talking. One of them is that you attend a weekly meeting.
Okay. Can I do that through Skype?
No, what I mean is it's an in-person meeting with other people, not with me.
Oh, I see.
You know, now I know that you don't have weekly meetings in your town, which means you're going to have to give weekly meetings at your house or somebody else's house so you can attend one.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you this right now. So I want you to be able to think about all this when you show up for your, $100 consultation.
Okay.
So I'm telling you a few things about it now, just so you'll, sort of know where you stand. And also, the group that you, meet with has to do volunteer activities. You have to understand that what we're trying to do here is, for one thing, you need to realize your cures. Am I making any sense to you? I notice you're sort of screwing your face up like you don't really understand.
Well, I mean, the cures I've had besides my Lyme disease.
Well, let me give you a practical example, okay? I'm going to cut the role play for a second. I'm just going to cut the role play. So, Barb, you're wearing an I Cured Cancer t-shirt. And it says underneath it, it says curedrive.org, right? Lift it up so I can zoom in on it. I just want people to see what it looks like. See, it says curedrive.org, and it has the tally and everything. Hold that part up. Stretch that, spread that out, yeah. Okay, it's hard to see it, but we get the idea. We're getting the idea, okay. What I want you to do you happen to have a bumper sticker near your desk anywhere? Okay. All right, hold the bumper sticker up so it sort of fills the screen. Okay, so this is what we're going to be referring to, okay? And now you can drop it down again. And let's go back into the role play.
Okay.
Okay. So, Kate, let's say that you take out a bunch of bumper stickers, you and your friends, and you walk around to people and you hand them to people and say, please put this on your car. You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some of those people are going to start asking you questions, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I can guarantee that because I do that all the time with my friends here in Santa Fe. That's one of the main things we do is we go out together, we hand out bumper stickers, and I'll see Nancy or Tremlin or Stacy. They'll be over across the street, and I'll watch them talking to somebody. They'll be talking for like half an hour. Like they'll stand there and they'll show the person. I'm watching the person's fingers moving. They're showing the person how to cure things. And that will be the whole time. Tremlin will come back. I'll say, how many bumper stickers did you hand out? And she'll say one, because I was just talking to that woman. I talked to her for almost an hour. So that's what it's like to hand out bumper stickers. And when you do that, you don't just help people, you also help yourself because your cures become more real for you. Because they challenge you. They say, you're wearing an I Cured, I'm wearing an I Cured Cancer t-shirt. Can you see it?
Yes, I do.
See, Katie, so tell me, wouldn't you think somebody had asked me what kind of cancer I cured and I'd have to talk about it and so on?
Yeah, I was going to say I didn't know you had cancer.
Well, I'll tell you what kind of cancer I cured. It was ovarian, and it was in my friend Darren.
Huh.
No, wait a minute. Then she had breast cancer. She's had cancer a few times. And every time she gets it, we cure it.
Huh.
But we never got her to the point. See, she never did coaching.
Oh.
Her cancer comes back because she never did coaching.
Uh-huh.
See, now you're going to do coaching. The whole idea of this is this thing, whatever you get, you never get cancer. You never get the flu. Your kids never get sick. Have you taught your kids how to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they never get sick. So that's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah? You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, so you think you'll be able to do the homework and all the other things, I want you to just think about this, and you can tell me when we have our consultation Thursday, and I want you to mail a check for the consultation now. You make the check out to the Ministry of IMMUNICS of the Southwest, which is my ministry, and here you can send it. I'll just put this up on the screen, and you can see my address here, so copy that down. And there's the name and everything. Just copy that down and send that out today. Send the check out today, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then I'll meet with you on Thursday.
All right, thank you.
Cut, what was that like?
She enjoyed it on levels because she was kind of learning and while she was talking to you too. She was saying how, isn't this the woman who's like a coach herself?
No.
Oh, that's the other one.
No, Kate is a woman. She had her children late in life. She's 50, and her kids are like 3 and 5.
Wow.
And her husband works on Wall Street, and they live in New Jersey. And she's a full-time stay-at-home mom who came down with Lyme disease from a tick bite because they live in New Jersey, and they have Lyme disease in New Jersey. That's what they get, you know?
Okay.
So that's the story on Kate. But anyway, you know, she's a good person and she can handle coaching. She's very strong. You know, you can see when you watch her movies, you know, I don't know if did you ever watch any of her movies?
Well, I'll have to check. I don't remember. I think I'm mixing her up with somebody else, but yeah, she seems slightly scared, but willing.
Well, the one you're thinking of was slightly scared, but Kate does not look scared in her movie. She's got a lot of strength in her. You're thinking of this other woman. I know who you're thinking of also.
Yeah.
But that's not Kate. You know, Kate is a powerful person who is, you know, she's able to be coached. I mean, she can be coached because she has the guts. This all takes a lot of guts.
Well, I hope you do. Yeah, good. That's cool.
Yeah. I hope you do too, because you're our best coach. You know, I have to say, just to give you all the credit you deserve, Barb, that you are a better coach than I am, because it's what you do and what you focus on and what you care about. And I'm spread so thin, I am just not as good as you. I can support and train you and check you, and that is what I'm good at. You know? I mean, I can listen to your coaching sessions and, you know, that you put up on the web, you know, when you make movies out of them, and I can hear, you know, what more you can do or where you might have adjusted it a little bit. I can hear all that stuff. But as far as actually sitting there and doing the coaching, I start lecturing. I do everything but coach. I just have so much other stuff going on, you know. It needs somebody like you. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You know, so that's, anyway, I just wanted to say that. And, okay, Darren cured cancer, and then later she, you know, basically forgot that she did. She got it again like 5 years later, she's, you know, yeah. So, people you have to realize you're curious. Yeah. What do you have to say about that, Greg?
I was going to say that's true, that she had done so many different, you know, treatments and modalities and everything that she didn't relate at the time that was just, I mean, it was kind of what made it all come together and actually cured cancer. And so now, 5 years later, when she's got cancer again, it wasn't the first thing she thought was to take care of herself. And then it was again. But she did do a chair show. There were many people at her chair show. It was pretty powerful. And right after that was when cancer left with it, at least for 5 years.
She didn't realize that she cured it, and then she didn't realize that she had to keep checking and taking it out and make sure she was really cured.
Yeah.
Just like herpes. And that's, people say, you know, the rule of thumb in science is if the cancer's gone for 5 years, you're, quote, cured.
Yeah.
Well, that's if the person learns to keep it out for 5 years.
That's true.
You know, they think that this something out there is deciding whether they're sick or not. So they're just waiting for that to hit and say, "Oh, I got sick again." They forget their own involvement, their own ability that they were using.
Well, it's why people need to come to a meeting every week.
Yes.
See, people don't realize that the same thing that causes their herpes also causes their poverty and their lives to be lousy and their relationships to fall to pieces and them to have the wrong job that they hate and not get the, not be in the work that they like, and all the things that go wrong in people's lives. It's all caused by the same things that get addressed at these meetings when you connect with God in this way. That's what we're doing. So we're connecting with God and getting guidance about how to, how to live our lives, as well as how to cure our Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Are you writing something down? Yeah.
I wrote a note. I'm having a meeting 2 days from now.
And?
Just a note for that enlightenment, that it's all the same thing. I know that. I know it would come out in the meeting, but just little points. So with someone who is not realizing cures, that just sounds like something you say, and then they think about it and they argue with it, or they come from their experience and they have no experience of curing. So they don't know it's coming from the same place. They say, "Oh, you just made that up. I don't believe it." And no, you don't believe it because you don't have any experience with that.
This is why people have to report their cures. Because when people don't report their cures, they don't tend to continue curing things. That's why we started getting numbers in the cure drive. We realized that people they discount their cures. Like, could I play a role with you?
Sure.
Okay. I want you to be me, your buyer.
Okay.
And I'm going to be somebody in your meeting. So you just start asking me about reporting my cures, and I'll interact with you, okay?
Okay. So I'm just starting. Okay. So you had some cures.
Well, I felt way better. Last week I had changes, and some of my symptoms disappeared too.
Great. Did you report them?
No, I'm not sure that I've actually cured anything yet.
Well, you did cure something, yes? You said you did. And
I don't. It seemed that way, and it felt that way. But I just don't want to mislead anybody, by reporting my cure, and they'll think that I did when maybe I didn't. I'm not. I want to do the right thing here,
Well, you just did mislead somebody in a reverse way. I don't know if you can get that, but you cured something and then talked yourself out of it, and you questioned it. Because you didn't report it, you didn't realize it, didn't make it real.
Well, I have my doubt, that's it, I have my doubts that it actually happened. I'm not totally sure that it happened.
That's right, we all have doubts. So that's why you have to come to the meeting every week, and you talk to other people, you make the realizing cure real in your life, all the time.
Well, I was feeling, I'll tell you what, like especially on Tuesday, like I was feeling pretty good, But then I sort of lapsed back into it again. So did I cure anything or not?
Well, so test. I mean, you just told me the history of what you did. You cured something and then you lapsed.
Okay, cut. So this is the kind of thing that we're facing. I like the things you were saying, Greg, to this person. And let's call him Edgar. And maybe if we reverse the roles, we'll try it. But you know what I was thinking? Before we do that, let's do a real test. Okay, Barb, are you there still?
I'm here.
Okay. Barb, I want you and Greg, just hold up your hand so we can see it on camera. And I want you guys to test, have I cured anything since the last time I reported my cures? And see if you get a signal.
I'm getting a signal. I got a signal right away.
Barb, what about you?
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to test, this is real, you know, we're all testing our cures. We're going to test how many cures have I had since the last time I reported for me. And I'm going to say over 10. Did I have over 10? And I get no, so I'm testing over 5 and I get no. So 1, 2. I'm testing I had 2 cures since then. What about Greg? What do you get?
I'm getting over 5. 5.
Okay, you got 5. And Barb, what about you?
I got actually around 10, between 5 and 10, maybe 7.
Okay, you got 7. All right, now I'm going to show everybody how to report the cures. I'm just putting this on the screen, and none of you can see this. But anyway, for what this is worth, for the people who are watching this, they can see this is our home page. And up at the top it says Report Cure. So I'm just going to click on that right above curedrive.org. I'm just going to click on that. People can see that that's the link, you know. Anyway, that's where you go to report your cures. So this is what we all need to do to make our cures real. People who report their cures regularly tend to know they can cure things when the time comes. And the thing that's so surprising, you always surprise me that, you know, like Bill Pelly came over to my house with the flu after he cured hepatitis B. I was so surprised by that. You know, it was really strange how people can be so unconscious. And here he was a director of HUD for years.
Well, you know, it's like someone goes to AA and is working on their alcohol addiction, and then they go out and smoke up a storm and drinking coffee, because I'm working on this, I'm working on this.
How can you wear that shirt when you didn't cure cancer, Greg?
I actually did cure cancer.
Oh, you did?
I took out a precursor of prostate cancer. You see, it's what depth are you curing when you actually have it physically? I didn't have it physically in my body. It was not manifest physically. But I've been watching it, and I'm like onto myself in many ways. I try to be always. And I took out prostate cancer. It's just, I forgot what body it was in.
Well, you're at the age where you would get cancer. You know, you're 60 you're 60 years old. And
61 in less than a month.
Yeah. So you gotta really watch all of your bodies and see what people don't realize is that you took cancer out at a deeper level than the guy who had the inoperable tumor, you know, and he was dying and then he took it out. And you know, our guys have, you know, like they've had tumors and medical tests and got, you know, and cured it and got negative medical tests and all that happened. But the deeper level is the place where it hasn't manifested physically. That's a deeper cure than curing it when it's already manifested physically. It's better to cure it before it manifests.
And it's so much cheaper and less painful.
Yeah, right.
You know? I'm so much happier. I mean, I had to put my attention on it. It was work, but it wasn't like lying in bed and going, oh, I want to die, I want to die.
Well, here's a person, you know, on this page, I'll open another page and show people. If we go to the bottom, your visit in Florida where you usually, if we go to the bottom of this page, and we see all these diseases down here. See? All these diseases, and one of them is cancer. And if I click on cancer, it takes me directly to the Cancer Cure Show, where, by the way, Barb, you have a prominent place. You're right here. You're right at the top of the Cancer Cure Show page, Barb. Yeah, I wanted to tell you that when people call you for coaching, that there's a photo of you and Darren there, right at the top, and then there's a movie of you talking about curing people. But what I wanted to show people was Charles, who cured a tumor that was wrapped around his heart. Right here is his Cancer Cure Show. Charles did it by reporting many, many cures and having cure after cure after cure throughout each day, for many days, weeks, several months, and he finally went back to his doctor and they couldn't find any trace of any cancer. And this is all the people who've cured cancer with us, that's how they do it. You know, they realize their cures. They make their cures real by doing things like wearing a t-shirt realizes your cure. Wearing that t-shirt you're wearing realizes your cure.
You know, I have helped people cure cancer, and my participation in our cure drive, I'm curing cancer. I'm realizing cures for others. So I'm legitimate wearing this shirt.
And you know, sometimes when people ask me about the cancer I had, and I say it was in somebody else, and they always get it. You know, they always understand that.
Yeah.
Why do we go out in the street and hand bumper stickers to people?
I do it because they wouldn't know this exists, that they actually can cure cancer.
I think that the people that we take out and who go out with us to hand out bumper stickers, the reason that they need to hand them out is because the people who they hand them to ask them questions. And they need to answer those questions.
Boy, it made a big difference for me. I handed them out on the street, along the highway on a corner when the light changed. I walk up to cars, and people started handing me money because they knew this was real. First of all, I was saying, here it is. But the thing is, it did make it real for me, and I got so much more able and powerful in curing myself and being with other people to affect their cure. It's really true.
Yeah, I want to play a role with you, okay?
Okay, so you're John coming out of the restaurant, or whoever, or Emily.
Nameless restaurant woman. Nameless woman.
Oh, it's Winberries.
Nameless woman.
Winberries. Winberries in the near west suburbs of Chicago, in Oak Park.
Winberries, okay. I'm coming out of Winberries.
Hi, see this?
Yeah.
People are curing things. Will you put one on your car?
Okay. What exactly is this thing? I mean, how did...
You will help people cure things.
Give me the bumper sticker.
Oh, here's the bumper sticker, see?
Give me it.
There you go.
Okay, thanks. Okay. All right, I will, but I just want to know, like, what do they cure?
Cancer, chronic fatigue, AIDS, herpes, heart problems.
Oh my God! You know, it's funny you said that because I have herpes. I didn't want to really say this to anybody.
Yeah, not many people talk about it.
Yeah, but since you're telling me I can cure it, I mean, how would I cure it? I
haven't done it personally, but I've cured other things. And I've helped people cure their herpes.
So how would
It's very straightforward, but it's work.
Well,
and you go to that website there, and there's a whole web college teaches you.
Okay.
Or, you know, tell you what, tomorrow night I'm having a meeting just down the street.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that would be good. I could come to that.
It's 7 o'clock. It's at the Arms.
Oh, the Oak Park Arms. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut. Okay, good. That was nice. Now we're going to film the next part of what we were filming yesterday, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what I want you to do is you're going to be Kate again, and I'm going to be you again, and this is the consultation. Okay, so this is the appointment we made, and so you're her showing up. So call me and talk to me. Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm here.
Hey, all right. Well, I didn't get your check yet. Did you mail it?
Yeah, I mailed it after we talked.
Okay, fine. Good. Now, I want you to say back to me the the basics of coaching that I explained to you about how it would be structured. The things I told you about, what you would be doing and what to expect and that sort of thing. Like, just say back everything you can remember.
Okay, I'll tell you what I can remember. What I can remember is for my $5,400 I get, it's a donation, and I get 2 months access to coaching, except either of us could cancel at any time, and that there's no guaranteed result, and that some of what we're going to do together I have to do on my own, like have my own meetings or go out and give out bumper stickers, and that a lot of the things that we're going to work on may not seem directly related to my my Lyme disease, but that you believe.
Well, I'm given to understand that you're actually doing this because there are a lot of things besides Lyme disease that you want to cure. Is that true? Yeah. And I kind of gathered that from what you were saying last time.
Yeah. Well, I just want my life to work better. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that will happen. So that's very good. Okay, it seems like you remember the basics. So do you want to do it?
Well, I think so, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, now the next thing is to send the next check then, which is for $5,400, okay?
Okay.
You ready to do that?
I guess so. So that's my $100 session?
Actually, no. I was planning to continue chatting with you for a few minutes if you want to. But I just wanted to get this out of the way. So you'll mail the check today, and we can start presumably on Monday with your actual coaching. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No, I do want to speak with you some more. We're going to be meeting 3 times a week, and each meeting will probably be between a half an hour and 45 minutes. I was thinking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What do you think about that?
Sounds good about this time, yeah.
Okay. About this time. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to meet then, and I need you to allow around, I would say approximately 45 minutes before the session to be, to work on yourself. And you would want to spend it by yourself clearing things. Can you do that?
Before I talk to you, you mean?
Yeah, before we talk, I want you to clear everything you can clear. So just bring yourself up to speed on everything you've been working on. Like if you've been removing Lyme disease, for example, you check if you have Lyme disease in any of your bodies, and if you find it, you take it out. And all this takes a few minutes. If you've been removing misdirections from your gravitational body, you check for misdirections, or maybe you have 22 of them left to remove and you access 5 of them and remove them, that sort of thing. You get the idea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Can you do that?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I want you to come in like feeling so calm and clear that it's like the calm, clear thud. It's like dropping a stone into a pool with a mud bottom, and the stone just goes into the water and like the mud cushions it, and you're just down there absolutely still. Yeah? I want you to bring yourself into that place of absolute stillness before we meet.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been there before?
Not recently, but I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So there's a first time for everything, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, after the session, you must allow at least a half an hour to go over your homework, because I'll be assigning things to you and you need to look at and do a little of each one.
Okay.
And remember, we're going to be meeting the day after tomorrow. Like when we meet Monday, we're going to be meeting Wednesday again. So you're going to have to like book to get this stuff done. You follow me? So this can really take, you're going to have to do this in your car, and when you're falling to sleep, and when you're waking up, and when you're sitting at the soccer game your kids are at or whatever. You're going to have to do this.
Okay.
Okay? When you go to your friend's house for coffee, you do it with her. You know?
Yeah, okay.
So you can hang out with your friend, just say, hey, I got some work to do, you want to do it with me, and you do it with her.
All right.
And same with your husband or whoever you're with. And you're putting, this is very much like taking a lot of extra credit plus a full course load at a college.
Okay.
Okay? So we have 2 months to actually get somewhere with you, you know, to where you can be like me. That's the idea, you know. I mean, it took me years to get where I'm planning for you to go in 2 months, but I didn't have a college when I started. You know, I didn't have somebody that coached me. I didn't have, you know, there weren't any movies, you know, to watch, and there weren't any other people except for a very few of us. And yet somehow we all, you know, trained each other, and that's how we got here.
Okay. Well, seems pretty good. All right, well, I want that too.
Okay. So, so you have to spend about half an hour after each time you meet with me going over what we did, okay?
Okay.
Like checking out your homework and going over what we did. Very good. Okay. Now, your homework for this time, between now and the first time we meet, one of your homeworks is a movie.
Okay.
And it's the movie that is on the page where you go to report your poll, your cure in the poll. Have you ever reported your cures in the poll?
Yes.
Okay, so you know there's a movie there. Did you ever watch it?
I may have clicked on it once, but I don't remember it.
Okay,
It was.
so your homework is to watch it or watch it again.
Okay.
Also, let's do some more homework. So what I'm going to do with you is we're going to go to the hub. Okay? Let me put this up on the screen, and I'm going to click on the hub. And okay, I want you to test now. Is my homework in skill 1? See if you get a signal.
No.
Skill 2.
Yes.
Okay. Let me go to skill 2, and we're going to see what skill 2 is.
Oh.
Skill 2 is called the accelerator.
Huh.
So this is the accelerator. Skill 2, the accelerator. Okay. And these are the lessons on this page. And what you're going to notice is there are different forms of the accelerator. Okay? There's a long form, a short form accelerator measurement, and there's several other things such as apologizing. And you're to do all of these things, but what you want to print is the short form.
Okay.
So I want you to print out the short form of the accelerator. And I want you to walk around. Every time you remove something, I want you to do an accelerator. Now, doing an accelerator can take half an hour. And you'll find out what that is when you, get into the short form of the accelerator. The purpose of the long form is to explain the short form. So we were kidding around and we were acting like it was the IRS, you know, because they have a long form and a short form, you know. So we were kidding around about it, you know. But if you don't do your accelerators, the IRS is coming after you, baby. Okay, cut, Barb. What was it like to be her?
She felt a little tentative, but then she started getting into it or wasn't so scared. She realized that she was just going to let you guide her.
Yeah. Okay. So coaching is pretty good for people, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's good for them to know they have a friend, buddy.
Yeah, like they can go really fast with a coach.
Yeah.
The thing you have to remember is to set rules and requirements and guidelines and do a lot of assigning and a lot of checking. And also when you're coaching somebody, to sometimes call the person when it's not time for their session and just ask them, are you doing what you said you would do? You know, just out of the blue, you just call and say, have you done what you said you would do since our last session? And they go, oh, well, yeah, or no, or whatever.
Okay.
So you're really, you got to be like all over their case. That's what they're, that's what they want. That's why they get coaching. Otherwise, they'd wander through the park with their, you know, iPod and listen to a talk of mine or something. You know, or listen to a Cure show, you know, when they in their spare time, but they wouldn't get coaching. Coaching is intense. So, Barb, this is good. This is very good.